So one of the biggest problems I have with circuits is organization. When you have a cool idea, you start working on it, you get it working, you add on another system, you add on another system, you add on more circuits, and then it turns into a giant plate of circuit spaghetti and you're kind of confused. And God forbid if you go away for 2 days and come back, you're not going to know what you're looking at. So today I'm going to give you some ideas on how to organize your circuits. I'll show you how I organize my circuits, and I've got a free invention that you guys can use that'll help you get your games finished. So the main kind of guiding, I guess, principle in all the different methods of organization is modules. And pretty much all that means is grouping circuits together in related systems. Say you have a PvP game where you punch each other and you've got like power-ups, health, and HUD stuff and all that. You're going to make your circuits, right? Eventually, you're going to have some circuits that are for your punching mechanic, some circuits handling the damage, circuits that are for updating like health bars and stuff like that. Take all of the circuits for your punches and put them all together on one board or in one area. Take all the ones that deal with health and damage and put them all together in one like little area together. And then you've got the stuff for updating your health on your HUD. You can put all those together. Say that you have like power-ups or something. You could just handle all the power-ups and stuff on there. If the circuits for your power-ups become complicated enough, you can make them into their own module that you can then, you know, put all of those circuits together. And that's basically what I've seen a lot of people doing when they organize their circuits. And I would actually recommend make your circuits first, and then once they become sufficiently complicated enough, then you can kind of separate them out into different parts. I personally make extra events, event senders, and event receivers and everything just to accommodate doing this because it keeps it more organized for me. So this is a room I've been working on for a little while, and I actually just put buggies in rooms too, so I need to go remake it. But over here I've got all my wait a minute, don't want a copyright strike. But here you can see I've got all my circuits organized into different systems. So right here we have the car management system, and that's all on this wall. And then we go down to the next one. We've got explosion management for when explosions happen. And one over here for, in this game, there's a mechanic where you can ram into other cars, and I had to make that. So this handles all of that. I want to show this wall because this wall really helped me, but I need to give credit where credit is due. I was doing a podcast, Rec Talk, with Unturned. Afterwards, we went and looked at some of their circuits and what the games they were working on, stuff like that. They showed me this wall, and I was very impressed by how everything was organized. I asked, like, where did you get this wall kind of concept and idea? He pointed me to somebody named Cryptic Creator. I messaged Cryptic Creator, I asked him about the wall, and he gave me this whole list that I'll put up here of like rules and stuff to use the wall. Now, I took some of those rules and applied them over time, and I'm going to tell you the ones that I think were most important. So on screen, there'll be two inventions. One's a rooms 1 invention and one's a rooms 2 invention. They're both free, although the rooms 2 is a little bit more cleaned up, let's say. There are no incorrect ways to organize your circuits. I'll show you later a couple different ways that I've done it and that other people do it. So when you spawn it in, you're going to see this. We've got the name of the module. So what you'll do is you'll edit the text and put in like HUD or car management or damage or whatever this whole board is for. Anytime you have an event definition or player definition board, it's going to put it in the black section. Your event receivers, you're going to keep them lined up right here in this gray part. Whether it's a 30 hertz receiver or 1 hertz or just a custom event you made, all of them will kind of stay in this line. Your circuits will stay lined up almost in line with the event receiver. Obviously, sometimes they go up and down, but you kind of keep them out this way. Circuits can also sometimes loop around. Over here is where I like to have like other circuits like comments, or if you have like boards for beacons or cars or like those kind of boards that go with objects that you need access to, you detach them from the thing and then you put them over here. We can go back and look at that other walls I already had set up and you can understand more what you're looking at. Everything that has to do with all the cars here, you can see all of the event definitions are up here at the top. There's some, though, ignore those circuits, those don't matter. But here, all the event definitions are up here at the top. And then we have our event receivers, and they go on to the circuits. Again, like I said, sometimes they go back around this way. Here we have beacon management. And again, we have our event definitions up here. We've got our one event for picking our beacon and everything, and there's all the circuits for it. Make sure that you name all your variables so that you can easily identify them, and even somebody else could identify them easily. I do want to show a couple of other systems that I've seen other people use. One is from Golden Egg. He surrounds his with circuits, which looks pretty nice. Another way that I used to do it, I kind of did the same thing module wise. Like, this is all the player damage, this is player dive, this is the kill counter, this is the ice skating, and within every single circuit board is the circuits that actually make it work. Variables you want to keep track of outside of these boards, you have to modify outside the boards. If you modified the health within the board, it won't keep track of it outside the board. So that's something to keep in mind if you organize this way. I actually like doing it this way because it's all very clean, but it's very tedious and takes much more time. I'm not sure if it was Unturned or Cryptic Creator. I'll show the footage here, but they have just one really long board with everything on it. I do want to give a shout out to Golden Egg, Unturned, Cryptic Creator. They all helped me in various different ways to figure this stuff out so that I can share it with you guys and hopefully more games can get made. This video has been on my mind for a long time, so I'm glad to finally get it out. I think it'll solve some problems for some people. It was a big hurdle for me with circuits. Use code RCL1, and I'll see you next time, and RCL out.